did a little interview with Jake Tapper on CNN, the least trusted name in news. And in effect, Tapper asked him, well, what happens if you and Kamala disagree on things? Well, let's take a look.
But all kidding aside,
the First Lady-to-be told me she holds them for you.
Yes, she does. But not with she and Kamala become friends. Yeah. But all kidding aside, it's a matter of the thing. We are simpatico on our philosophy of government and simpatico on how we want to approach these issues that we're facing. And so I don't have, and when we disagree, it'll be just like, so far it's been just like when Barack and I did. It's in private. She'll say, I think we should do A, B, C, or D. And I'll say, I like A, don't like B and C. Mm-hmm. And it's go, okay. And like I told Barack, if I reach something where there's a fundamental disagreement we have based on a moral principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign. We don't have that. We haven't, and we discussed at length our views on foreign policy, on domestic policy, on intelligence. And the great thing is she has a background in the Senate on intelligence, the Intelligence Committee. She has a background in the Senate on a whole range of things that are going to be pertinent to what we have to do. But it's going to be, I think so much is going to be incoming, Jake. Yeah. It's a matter about who takes what when.
Yeah.
That 78-year-old man is the purported president-elect of the United States. Now, let's just put aside the general mumbling and sort of the way he meanders around everything he's saying, and he never quite gets there and uses a lot of extra words and all that stuff. The line, if he is to have a disagreement with Kamala, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
Principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
Now, I get it. He's kidding, even though he said all kidding aside right before that. But doesn't that feel like one of the ones that's just like sitting in the back of his head that they all kind of know is going to happen here? Like, we all kind of know, and we know about how Nancy Pelosi was already talking about using the 25th Amendment.
Principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
Before the election, like they're already setting the groundwork that obviously this man is not going to be president for 4 years.
Principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
And also, if he had a disagreement with Kamala Harris, he's the president, so wouldn't she be the one that would have to resign? No.
Principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.